Hello, 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 everyone, and good morning, and welcome to the show. Good to see you guys back in here. We got some of the usual suspects. We got Salacious, we got ATV Thunder, we got Cliff Higson, we got Graham Garfield, looking good. Let's see, did I miss anybody? No, not not too crowded so far, but we're just starting out, and I know it's early. But like I said before, I'm trying to maintain the morning show as long as it keeps working. I'll keep doing it because so far I'm having a lot of fun. Um, it's an interesting way to start the day, to say the least. Um, First, I'd like to say, start out. Well, first of all, again, welcome to everybody, and thank you all for joining me. Um, there's a couple things I wanted to talk about today. First, I wanted to start off with this situation I was talking about the other day with YouTube, saying that my new Amagansett Press video. Uh, hey, just another nut. Welcome. Good to see you. Um, This whole thing with my Amagansett Press video and them saying there was violence in it, well, they're still saying that, but I said, you know what, I'm going to post it anyway. Um, it's a weird thing for me with this kind of stuff because two things happen in this situation. One is that specific video doesn't get monetized, but two, it doesn't get pushed with the algorithm if it's not monetized. I've noticed it's got like barely any views on it, and what happens is like for me, like anyone, right? You would want to do something you love as your profession. That's your goal in life, right? Is for your job to be to do something you love. So I love doing this. I've always loved making videos and, engaging with you guys and this and that. So, I like the idea of being able to someday make a living doing this. But at the same time, I do it because I love doing it, not for the money. Again, if I make money doing it, that'd be fantastic, but that's not the goal. So that's why I just went ahead and posted it anyway. But I didn't realize that they also won't push it in the algorithm if it's not monetized. But I noticed as I was going through my analytics that the videos that are not monetized have way less views than the ones that are. So if you guys didn't get anything from me, most of the people in here, I think, have already saw it because I just was looking at the chat and noticed ATV's like, Taz. um, but yeah, most of you guys have seen it, so that's fine. But if you're not getting, notifications of any of my new stuff, just make sure you go back and check and see if I got anything new on the channel. White Castle sliders and coffee got you all beat for breakfast. Man, I haven't had White Castle in a minute. Oh man, I love that stuff. They're good, man. That's I grew up on White Castle because, especially growing up in Chicago in the old days, that was the only thing that was open at night. Um, in the '70s and '80s. So what the freaking fucker? Mystery South Sea Theater. Good to see you again. Um, this is great. I love my audience, man. You guys are wonderful. Um, so let's get started with something I wanted to talk about. First of all, um, have any of you guys not seen, because everybody's been covering it, this idiot, and this isn't like a sovereign citizen or a frauditor thing. This is just somebody being extraordinarily stupid. The idiot who went to McDonald's and called the cops because they gave him cold fries. And then it turns out that he's wanted for murder and he ends up getting busted. Like, how stupid do you have to be, first of all, to call the cops because McDonald's gave you cold fries? And two, to call the cops when you're wanted for murder. And he had an ankle bracelet on, too. So, if anybody hasn't, Martin doing Twinkies, ugh. I mean, yummy, but not not as a meal. Um, ah. So has anybody here not seen that footage? Because if not, I can go ahead and start with that. But then the other thing was, excuse me, we got a new NC Tyrant Hunter video I wanted to take a look at real quick too, because most of his videos are a perfect example of exactly the type of nonsense I'm talking about. Auditing a private business, never a government agency, and then giving the people a hard time until the cops are called. And then, of course, the cops always take the side of the frauditor because, oh, well, all they're doing is filming. And especially when you're someone who's been around the area causing trouble for a while, like him, and, you've got a reputation with the cops as, oh, he's just an auditor. He doesn't do anything, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that guy was an idiot. So let me go ahead and get this going for you. And we'll take a look at NC Tyrant Hunter. And I love the fact that he calls himself Tyrant Hunter, but all he does is audit private businesses. Like, that's all he does. Like, where are you hunting tyrants at? You want to see the tyrant business owners? Look at this. What is this? Like, what does this have to do with open transparency within the government and auditing anything?
Peter Puffer. I know you're a Peter. That's why we out here, because we heard you was a Peter Puffer. Yeah, I'm gonna do it all day, baby. And you can't do nothing about it. That's what I thought. He slammed the door like a little 3-year-old kid. Oh man.
Tyrant Hunter.
I'm telling you what to do. You're not my daddy. How about that?
Let me finish what I was saying.
You can finish when I get done.
Bam! Take that.
NC Tyrant Hunter. I hear it Propane Plus.
Oh, okay. It's Propane Plus.
In Texas. I am in Texas, guys.
Wow.
Yep. NC Tyrant Hunter's in Texas doing a First and Second Amendment audit.
For what purpose again? Are you auditing a propane store?
Sure enough, I am.
Why?
Sure enough, I am.
Why?
I do have a firearm on me. HRP News right there. Two for Life. And American Justice is with us too. She's open carrying too. So we'll see what happens. See if they respect their rights out here today.
What does a propane seller have to do with your rights?
Yeah, it'll be all right.
And you just said that you got guns.
I'll put all the links.
So
I'll put all the links to these channels down there in the description. I'll make sure y'all, while you're waiting, hit that like button before you forget. I know I always forget.
NC Tyrant Hunter, douchebag extreme.
There we go.
Here we go. See.
What y'all guys doing? If you don't mind me asking.
What does it look like? What we doing?
Huh?
What's it look like we doing, bro?
You're doing your filming. That's why I'm asking you.
Listen, you ain't got to start with F-bombing me,
Wait,
bro.
why don't you come and tell us what you've done?
I don't got to tell you, dumb.
Don't fuck you, cocksucker.
No.
Fuck you, no. What are you doing out here?
I'm doing what I can do. Get the phone back to work. Get back to
Sure, I'm gonna call the sheriff.
I don't give a what you do, you peckerhead.
Call your dad. Sucker.
You can do something about me being right here. Yeah, exactly. Can talk all that tough on that side of the gate. Oh, tough now, tough. Gonna call your daddy to do your work. Gotta go back to the hills. Listen to you, sucker. You Peter Puffer. Peter Puffer.
All right. So right off the bat, okay. So first of all, this is a private business, so I don't understand what's the point of auditing private businesses in the first place if it isn't to get a reaction. And he just said that him and his friends are open carrying. So they're telling this guy, why are you going to call your daddy to take care of your business? Like, well, first of all, the guy sees you have a gun because he said you're open carrying. So what do you think? He's going to see that you have a gun and try to do something? Number one. Number two, if he did try to do something, then you'd be the one crying to the police about assault, and you'd probably, well, because you have a camera, you'd probably file a lawsuit as well against him and his company. So it always blows my mind when they try to, to bait these people and play it off like, again, with the false narrative building, playing it off like, well, I'm just standing here, filming, minding my own business, and you're bothering me. When he first came out, he was nice. Hey, what y'all doing today? What's it look like we're doing, dumbass? Oh, yeah, okay. So right off the bat, you're going to start giving the dude a hard time.
He told them two hillbillies from North Carolina go back.
Yeah.
He just called me a hillbilly. I remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Come out here F-bombing off the get. Off the damn jump. Yeah, off the jump talk F-bombing. But I didn't even have to start the F-bombing. You know what I mean? All right, she's probably a Karen. We got a Darren and a Karen out here.
Don't touch that truck.
Is he with my truck?
Don't touch that truck.
Don't touch my truck.
Go get it, Toad.
Hey, don't touch that truck, bro. Holy right here.
Yeah. Fucking better not be touching shit.
Don't touch that truck, bro.
Yeah, get it. You touch my truck, you're gonna have a bad day.
Mind your own business.
I'm minding yours.
I am.
I'm minding yours right now.
Oh, here! Oh, look! Here comes Peter Puffer. Now he
Yeah.
puffed his chest out.
Yeah,
He got his 10 bad buddies.
yeah. We got the police here, guys. Oh, look,
And-
he's gonna leave.
Of course, the cops aren't going to do nothing. Well, they're not going to do anything. I don't want to sound like these idiots. Not do nothing, not
Yeah.
do anything.
You
Hey,
got
what's
cops out here,
up, Artist? Artsec. I always have trouble with your name. Anyway, welcome.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
He was gonna go take that tape and take it off, but yeah, that would have been a bad move.
I seen it. I thought it was the truck that came out of here.
Yeah.
That's why I stand on that corner because I can tell it look right at the truck.
Right. Yeah, we got shit going on here, guys. It's acting a little shady.
You're the ones that are acting shady, standing out in front of a propane
You know he's
dealer
calling for backup, probably.
and
Here comes
screaming
Peter
and
Puffer
hollering
here.
and arguing with the owner and calling him names
Here
and
comes the Peter
insulting
Puffer.
him.
Damn. How about that?
So you go to his
Yeah.
business and then give him the finger as he's leaving. That's so wonderful. Great humans.
We got a lot of commotion right here. A lot of commotion right here. Yeah, he'll be calling back up. There'll be some more out here in a minute.
Yeah.
Boy, my mouth's dry. Woo. Yeah, y'all share this out on your Facebook and all that good stuff, guys. Community page, all that stuff, man. Because these guys, I have a feeling they're gonna lie and say we was probably on their property and shit, you know.
Yeah.
But I got recordings.
Blocking the driveway.
Yeah, block and drive. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, trying to.
Come on, you gotta get them all in there.
What is it? Oh, I told you the backup was coming.
That's what cops do when they get called, is they come.
Yeah, 455. Yeah, that's probably not all of them either. Well, he looked mean out of the damn gate, huh? Look like he could be a tyrant.
What are
You see his
you
face? He looked like
Seriously,
he
what
wanted
are
to be
you?
a tyrant, bro.
showing up to a propane
Cartoon.
dealership with a gun,
There's another one. God
insulting
dang.
the owner
There's
of
another
the
one, guy.
business or the manager, whoever it was, calling him
Jeez.
names, giving him the bird?
Oh, he's gonna keep going. Yeah.
Why?
He just done a drive-by. We just had a drive-by. Right. If y'all would like to help, keep me on the road, jump on them links. That's fine.
Here we go.
There you go.
How you guys doing?
Living a dream.
Somebody else's. It's too hot to live the dream out here, man.
Hey, we got Shay right here, baby.
Good deal.
What's your name?
I'm Officer Day. We're just trying to figure out what's going on.
There's nothing to figure out.
3172, partner.
What's your name?
Officer Haiti, guys over 1960.
They have to investigate
1960.
dogs.
Watch out there. Yeah, let's get out the road. There's a damn blind curve there too.
Yeah.
We're just trying to stay in the shade a
Is
little
something
bit.
going on with this business that we
No, we don't answer. We don't answer those types of questions, man. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all just out here recording for no reason?
Hey, man, that's what we do. Always a reason for stuff. Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
No, this
You guys
is the
mind
point.
providing your ID, say it was-
To get
Oh,
an interaction with the cops,
You,
Uh,
really?
and then to
I'm just
build
gonna
their
let
false
y'all know.
narrative to make the
Come
cops
on,
look
come
bad.
on, come
That's
on.
the
Please
point.
no
Are you gonna let
directives.
me talk? Or
No directives, okay?
We're talking to, so we know who we're talking to.
No
That's all
directives.
it is.
Why do you need
We good citizens to y'all.
So I know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, we need de-escalation skills. You're ramping up a little bit there, bro.
Yeah, we're all right.
So
We good.
We're not going to go around and around. Here's what we're doing.
No, I'm not here to go around and
On
around.
behalf of the business.
On behalf of the
They have
business,
their property
that
lines,
business can
okay?
kick my ass. You know?
They're speaking on behalf of the company, saying that they had. Y'all
If you don't care
obstructed
about
the
that business, why are you
Not at
filming it in
all.
the
How
first
we gonna
place?
do that on the side of the road?
Huh?
How we gonna do that when we're standing in the ditch?
If y'all were on the side of the road, then that could be a different story. I'm just.
That's the
relaying
story.
what was
That's
told
the
to me.
story, though.
Okay.
That's the story. They
And
lied.
there's two sides to every story, but y'all don't want to
Absolutely.
provide your story.
Well, we got
so
no. Listen,
I
we got it all on
want-
recording. We don't have to lie. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I said they have 24
They got
hours
cameras.
surveillance.
We got their side of the
There's
story.
no criminal offense that's been taken. Okay, I don't need to go reviewing.
Well, anyway, look. Just tell them we got a lawful reason to be out here recording and be on your way.
I already did. I already.
Okay, then.
advised them of
See.
that.
Well,
I
have a good
educated
day.
them that.
Have a good day.
I'm going to remind you guys.
Have a
to
good
watch
day.
out the side
Have
of
a
the
good
street.
day. We're
Okay.
grown. We're
Good to
grown
know.
men. We're grown men. We know how to walk in the road. I'm 51 years old.
Okay.
Right? I'm 51.
We'll see, Wolf.
Okay, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Hold on. So, this is another very popular frauditor technique that I've noticed is they always say, like, they refuse to answer any questions. And then when the cops tell them something, they're always like, don't you give me directives. And that's why the cops are tyrants, because they're trying to give directives and bark orders, right? But what would happen in a real life situation, because these idiots don't believe in the real world, obviously, or they wouldn't act the way they do. They're just evil. So what would happen in a situation if the cops came out and didn't say, well, just please, stand on the sidewalk. And then the guy gets hit by a car. And once that happens, they have to file a report, right, for the insurance purposes and everything else, get the cops involved. And then, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Miranda. Good morning, all. Hello. Um, but yeah, so anyway, um, they're talking to the cops, right? And the cops are telling them, oh, please don't do this. And if they like get hit by a car or something, then when they file the report and report to the insurance companies and maybe go to court against whoever hit them with the car or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and the police were there and they didn't say anything. So now I'm going to sue the cops for letting me stand in the road dangerous. But when the cops do say that, they're like, no, I'm a grown man. You can't give me directives. How dare you? Blah, blah, blah. It's disingenuous bullshit.
We'll see what plays out.
Yeah, well, ain't nothing gonna play out. Y'all gonna go back to work. Is what's gonna play out.
Go get you some butt hurt cream. It'll be all right later.
Yeah. Unless you got some damn business out here, go back to work and do something productive.
We do have business.
All right, then go take care of it
Don't
then.
forget about our business. You be about your business.
It's hotter than 411 hills out here. And it ain't them
Keep
10
watching
o'clock
to
yet.
see what these cops do
You know
next.
what I mean? I'm just saying, guys, it's pretty toasty out here. Pretty damn toasty. All right, I'm gonna burn one. Yeah, they act like they wanted to escalate things. You know what I mean? When they didn't get what they wanted, they they didn't get what they wanted. They started like, oh, okay, now let's escalate it. Well, we'll see how it goes. It's gonna go just like this. Either you arrest me unlawfully or you go back to work. You know what I mean? That's how it's gonna go. Yeah, right. You're trying to ID all of. You got ID? Sure we do. Sure. Damn, that was funny. All four of us started laughing. Huh?
And this goes back also to the disingenuousness, right? And the false narrative building, right? Like, okay, these cops are horrible, evil, rotten, no good tyrants because they asked us for ID. You don't understand. None of these frauditors understand. If they were tyrants, they would have gotten your ID. They didn't. So how are they tyrants? If they were tyrants, believe me, they would have gotten it from you, one way or the other. Oh, man. A water hose would fix this. Yeah, right? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, little Peter Puffer took off and left before the cops got here. Wonder why. Usually when they do that, they don't want to give their information up because they might have something to hide there, you know? Y'all notice that? The Peter Puffer left. He took off as soon as the cops got here. You know why? Because he was the first complaint, right? So he would have had the ID. He would have had to give his ID up. Yep. Here comes the Popo back out again.
Wait a minute. I just caught that. Hold on.
I got a job recording you.
Yep.
I'm doing my.
All right, hold on a second. Let me. So, what did he just see? Let me go back for a second because I wanted to comment on something he just said. Let me go back.
Job right now, Smarty. Here comes the Popo back out again.
Let's see.
I got a job recording you. Popo.
Back further.
He would have had to give his ID up. Yep.
Yeah, okay, that right there. All right, so talk about false narrative building and how I love to do that. When the guy who originally came out of the business and asked them why they're filming, and then they swore at him and insulted him and gave him the bird and everything else, he left. And now they're saying, yeah, he left because he didn't want to show the cops his ID. How do you know that? You just stated it as a fact. And I'm sure your audience is eating it up. How do you know that that's why he left? What if you just happened to show up right when his shift ended? What if he had to go pick up something or drop something off? They're a propane factory. Maybe he had to make a delivery. Maybe he had to pick up paperwork. How do you know that he left because the cops were coming and he didn't want to show his ID to the cops? How do you know that? You don't. Oh, man. Couldn't the cops ask for ID because he's open carry? Yeah. Let's see. There was something. Somebody said, somebody was asking if I did a Bay Area transparency video. Let me tell you something about that. I've done actually a couple videos on him. My most recent one, more than any other video I've ever done, I'm getting pro Bay Area transparency idiots in my comments. Like, you talk about bootlickers, they're licking his boots. They love that guy. They adore him. It's insane. Maybe I'll go over some of those comments later. But anyway, let's get back to NC Douchebag Hunter, or NC Douchebag.
Here comes the Popo back out again. I got a job recording you.
Yep.
I'm doing my job right now, Smarty.
Hey, bam, take that with you.
Yeah. This is my job. Oh, you want to give me one? Come on over and give me one. You the only Peter Puffer I know.
Is that a threat? Did he just threaten me?
He said find out where we live.
Yeah, he just threatened
Come
somebody.
come on to the house and get you some. Y'all hear that? I'm gonna find out where you live. But it's gonna be kind of hard to do that.
Well, I think that other cop went over there.
Well, they still trying to figure things out, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Right, guys? They still trying to figure things out.
Trying to figure out what
Let me go on that side.
themselves into.
No, he went to open his door and it's locked. He locked himself out of his car.
I know he did.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Oh,
he
that's
did.
gonna be funny. Oh, that's gonna be great. Oh, he's in the other car now. Oh,
No,
that's
they
gonna.
could be doing that for privacy, you know.
I bet they're
Maybe.
making eye contact.
But I could have sworn. Yes.
Look, he's leaving.
He locked his keys in his own car.
Y'all right here. Bam.
Bam.
He left his keys in his car. He took off with the other officer. Damn.
He had to go get the
He had to go get the spare keys.
Let me go make sure they ain't on your.
Oh man. Oh, they at my truck?
No, they kept going.
Smile, you on candy. Oh, there's Peter Puffer. Peter Puffer's back. There's a Peter Puffer. Bam, baby. He got a whole row of Bams out here. A whole row. Hey, he might have to turn that camera on in that car this way now, so just be mindful of that.
Right. I don't care who you are.
Come on, guys, hit that like button for me. Yo, hey, I'm out here busting my balls out here. It's hotter than 411 degrees out here.
But busting
And
your balls.
at least
You're
y'all can do
getting
is hit the like button
off
for me.
on
Come on, man.
insulting and flipping people off,
While
dude.
y'all in there,
Yeah, go.
like, share, subscribe, Toll for Life,
Yeah, self-promotion, motherfucker.
American Justice of Texas,
Yeah.
HPR News.
Yeah. I can't see it yet. I can't see it now, but I'm gonna look cool.
All right,
We
jump
bamming
on.
everybody. Hang on, let's get all this in here. Bam!
Bam.
In Texas, y'all. Sure enough is. We in Texas, baby.
Leander.
Did you see how
Yeah,
many of them
Leander,
are out there?
Texas.
How
Look
was
at
that not
it.
a
He locked his
gang?
keys. This is some funny shit right here.
Yeah, this is
And
So
they're
we gotta
armed?
stick around. We gotta stick around for a little while, but I doubt they come back while we still here.
They do come back, so keep
Priceless.
watching.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
There goes our tax dollars right down the drain.
Tax dollars is cool in that car, but ain't nobody in it. That's crazy. What the fuck is this cat doing? Can't drive?
They ain't giving you a hard time, are they?
You see the cops right there, don't you?
Is that right?
You're
Oh, yeah.
giving them a
About
hard
400
time.
yards from here, I was going through my YouTube feed.
Oh yeah. Oh hell
no,
yeah.
not a
Hang on, hang on. Gotta get.
Hopefully these guys ain't gonna give you too hard of a time.
No, what happened was the cop locked these keys in that car.
That's running.
And it's running. And he left
All right,
my by, man.
skip the
Hey, I
brother,
appreciate
somebody
you.
licks their boots.
Yeah. All right, he's coming back. That's a supporter, man.
Man, that's great.
Yeah.
Subscribers showing up.
Yeah, yeah. He said I'm a 400
Subscribe
yards
to my
across
other
the field over
YouTube
there.
channels. The links will be in the description.
All right, they taking off. Yeah, they taking off. They getting the bam though. Look, he's getting the bam.
Oh, look at how proud they are.
Damn.
They're funny and they're laughing. Ha, ha.
Damn, that was funny as hell, buddy.
It's the Tyrant Hunter.
Well, anyway, that's NC Tyrant Hunter has been not slowly, very quickly actually growing on my list of pieces of crap that I despise. Oh man. It's insane with the way these people act, and especially guys like him. He's way, way deep on the scumbag level. Oh man, auditing a freaking propane shop. Yeah, that'll show tyrants, morons. So again, I had somebody asked earlier if I did any Denver Metro audits or Bay Area transparency. I'm sorry, was it Denver Metro or Bay Area he was asking about? Because I've covered both of them. Where was that comment? I'm trying to scroll back here, see if I can find it. Yeah, it was a question about Bay Area. Yep. Anyone want to watch my Bay Area transparency video since someone asked about it? That'd give me something to do. NC Tyrant Hunter is a POS. Absolutely. Was that an episode of Squidbillies? That's a good one. I like that. Oh, man. So, yeah, here. Let's go look at this Bay Area transparency video I did recently. Let's see. Go back here on my list. Thank you all again for coming out as well. Anyone who's joined us after we started, welcome. Good to see you. Glad you're all here. Always a good time doing these morning things. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. Let's see. Go back a little bit. Let's see. What is this? What are you giving me a link to? Oh, man. Let's see. What did you put in here? Oh, okay. I see what this is. Sorry, I just wanted to, you know, I trust you, but I didn't want to, just randomly click on a video link that I got in the chat and I don't know where it's coming from. Mash that like button. That's right. Let's get this going. Um, so anyway, yeah, let's get this thing going for you guys. And then we'll go over some of the pro Bay Area transparency comments I got on this video. It's kind of ridiculous how much people support this moron. So let's just do a recap of my Bay Area transparency video for you guys. Alan Newcastle sits alone watching YouTube videos on his computer when suddenly he hears an all too familiar cry for help. There is no expectation of privacy in public. There's no need to fear. Hezokuai is here. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel over by there. And today we got a few clips from Bay Area Transparency. Before we begin, however, I wanted to show a quick clip of notorious anti-American anarchist / sovereign citizen James Freeman prank calling the police. He says it was to prove a point, but the only thing he proved to me is that he really is an idiot.
This is James.
Hi, James. This is Sergeant Scott with the Brussels Police Department. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, Sergeant Scott?
I'm doing well. I was returning your phone call to request to speak with the supervisor.
Yeah.
How can I help you today?
I've got an issue with some vulgar things that offend me,
Okay.
and wanted to see if you could arrest anybody for that.
Well, let's hear about it. What's the complaint?
Well, I got these guys running around with patches on their shirts that read New Braunfels Police Department.
Okay.
And that offends me. They've got it written on their cars. They've got it written on their shirts. I mean, it's just all over the place, and I find it offensive. Is there anything that you can do about that? Can you arrest them?
Are they police officers?
Yeah, they are, but it's still offensive to me.
I don't care. I'm done talking with you.
Is that a no?
That's a no.
Well, sir, it's offensive.
Okay.
Okay, so they can just say whatever they want and display whatever words they want, even if I'm offended?
Mr. Freeman, I'm not concerned if you're offended by the word police.
Now on to Bay Area Transparency. In this first clip, pay attention to how he uses a combination of his narration and on-screen text to build a false narrative.
Hello. No, I'm just kind of looking around, taking a couple of pictures. Pretty much it.
For what?
Excuse me?
Pictures for what?
I'm doing a story. This is small in here. That'd be bigger.
Where are you from?
Say it again.
Where are you from?
California.
No, why are you taking pictures of here though? Where are you from? What story?
I'm working on a story. I don't understand what you mean where I'm from. I'm from the state, from here.
No, but what are you taking pictures for?
For a story I'm doing.
A story for the city of Pittsburgh, or were you city of Pittsburgh employee?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay,
No.
because you're coming inside the office. That's why I was.
People can't come in here? Or?
Well, you can come in here. That's about it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't understand the issue. Good? Should be, right?
Yeah, go ahead, but you can't go further than that, though.
I don't feel like I tried to go further than this.
Okay.
So
What is the story about?
just a story I'm doing. You guys will see it when it comes out. That's for sure.
photographing it anyway. So you better not.
If you want to move, that's fine. I don't mind that. Somebody asked if I was a sovereign citizen.
Yeah, he's asking Shannon to move so she's not in it.
Sovereign citizens are idiots. It's got some good pictures here.
Don't point that this way.
I can take pictures in here.
Yeah. You might want to step out.
For what?
There's no reason for you to be in there.
There is taking pictures
Of what?
of anything I want.
You already done this at PD, right?
What was that?
You already done this at PD before?
I haven't been to the PD now.
You can move yourself out of here.
Go ahead. I don't need to leave. I'm not
You're
doing
not
it.
asking any questions for information to be a resident or anything, are you?
It's really none of your business. When I'm done handling mine, then I'll go. Other than that, I'm handling my
What's
business.
your address?
What's your address?
It's a different city.
Oh, okay. What's your address?
What's your address in Pittsburgh?
What's your address?
What's your address in Pittsburgh?
Again, who are you for me to answer your questions?
Exactly.
Okay, then don't ask me
And
questions.
don't take pictures of employees.
I'll take pictures of everybody in here. Yeah. I gave her an option. I said, hey, you can move. I'll take a picture. That's fine with me. I'm not trying to get people, but if they're there, they're there.
Well, we're trying to
So it is what it is.
step out of the office.
And I'm telling you no. That's the bottom line. So you should just go back to work, bud.
This is private property. Right?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's public.
It's public.
You should go back to work too. It don't
Right,
matter.
there's no-
Yeah, I know a little bit more about this than you guys. I would just go back to work, huh? No, I was being respectful, and I still am. I don't have to.
Yeah,
But
you also came in here without introducing yourself or saying anything.
and
No.
and what law is this, bud? Or why do I have to do that?
Videos and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So it's teach your people.
Close the door.
And why would you tell me to get out if you already knew? Dumb, man. You guys should just do good and say, need anything? Okay, have at it. Thanks, sir. And you guys would look good. I'd rather highlight you.
Business here, did you?
Yeah, taking pictures
That's all you have in business.
right now.
So now what you're saying, I answered the question.
No, but you try to tell me to get out.
Taking pictures of my employees.
It doesn't matter. You guys are public employees.
Yes.
You work in a public place.
Okay.
Pictures can be taken of you. That's the way it works. If you don't like that, I suggest going to the private sector where you actually have your privacy, but you don't have that, right?
Okay.
Okay, so let's take this dude's advice. I don't want a frauditor to film me, so I'll get a job, say, at the Tesla dealership. That's a private sector job. There's no way a frauditor would film me there, right?
Like, can you open anything? You can't have you recording me here. You'd have to call the police for me to record.
Why is that?
You don't allow any videography or photography over here.
What wackadoo.
All right.
Why would you call the police? Can I give you some literature? Would you like any literature on public photography to ease your discomfort?
Okay, so the Tesla gig didn't work out. Let's see. Oh, wait, I got it. I'll get a job at a jewelry store. There's no possible way anyone could be stupid enough that they thought getting a jewelry store is a good idea.
So what company are you with?
What is it? Well, that's a little personal, isn't it?
Well, you're videoing, so that's why I'm asking.
Okay, so what if I'm videoing? That means you can.
No, I'm not asking them to me, but I'm just asking like.
No, I got you. I just feel like I feel like we don't know each other well enough to be answering personal questions.
So that would make more sense. You're videoing the jewelry store. I'm
Right.
the manager of the store, so I'm asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just taking some video.
Anyway, that was First Amendment rights and Amagansett Press. But now back to Bay Area transparency. So after a few more minutes of harassing and arguing with the employees, he makes it clear he does not want anything from them except to ignore him and let him film. So they decide to ignore him and let him film. Well, be careful what you wish for because you might just get it. Oh, I love this part.
Get a little help over here. Got nice AC in here, so that's good. I want to see if I can't get a copy of this so I can disseminate this information to peoples. And, See, I'm dinging the bell. Excuse me, need some help out here. Public assistance, please. Anyways, trying to get some help. Just need to get a little assistance here.
Anyway, I guess idiots never learn. So here's another clip of Bay Area doing the same thing and getting the same result in another location. It's so satisfying to watch an idiot get ignored.
That's it. You can leave, bud. You're dismissed. Go back to work. Will you write that address down for me? Shouldn't be a big deal, huh? And what's your name?
I'm Brandon.
Last name?
Doesn't matter.
What's your position here? It does matter. It's all public information.
Then go look it up.
I'm asking you guys. Isn't your policy to give it to us? No, I'm not. I'm being respectful. You guys are the ones snapping and not wanting to help. Do what we pay you to do. Real simple. No, you're not. You're not doing shit. You're not giving me your last name. You're telling me to leave, which I don't have to. I'd like to see you try to make me. And other things. Yeah, I know, exactly. I don't have to leave.
Our business here is done. Okay.
Mine's not. I still have information I haven't got. I'm trying to get the address so I can go find it. What if I forget the address? What if I forget it? Just write it down. Why is it so hard? As well as giving your name. Pretty sure it's there. Pretty simple. There you go. Give this man a round of applause. Holy cow. Oh, I'm going to take some pictures in here. Yeah, take some video and pictures for a while. I'll be about an hour in here. Maybe 2. What time is it? Yeah, 3:11, about 2 hours. Somebody up, matter of fact, because I need these guys' last names. How am I going to file a complaint on them if I don't have their last name? So let's see if they have a supervisor. Need a supervisor, please. We'll figure out how to get these guys' last names. Maybe their supervisor will actually be professional. They're so mad that somebody's in here recording, and instead you would think they would say, let me take this opportunity to show people how it's done and to give great service and to actually help this person out. No, they're just jerks, just plain and simple. It's in their blood because they got picked on in high school, beat up, their girlfriends stolen and all that good stuff, and they're mad at the world and they're trying to take it out on the world. Try again, see if I can get a supervisor so I can ask these people's names. See, how am I supposed to file a complaint? Am I supposed to just put HAP? I mean, come on, that's ridiculous to think that somebody's filing a complaint is just going to put HAP. On top of that, they won't give me a complaint form. This is ridiculous, dude. Is there a supervisor in there? Jesus. Can't even believe I have to do this. So they're ignoring me. You guys see it? You guys see it on the video. So like they said, they're not going to help me. I'm going to prove that you guys can see I'm pushing the button. Now they're simply ignoring me again when I need a supervisor. Need a supervisor, please. There he goes right there. Mr. Ridiculous. Doesn't know his job. Problem is that they don't get in trouble. So sitting here ignoring me. Ring bell for assistance. I need that. Get one last try. He's a liar. He's unwilling to do his job. He obviously doesn't do it. It doesn't look like they're coming. They're not helping me.
This next bit illustrates, if you haven't noticed already, how he loves to talk down to anyone who works for the public. They're his servants, after all, and must follow his orders. In fact, I think the frauditors are the real tyrants, commanding people to hop, skip, and jump at their whim.
So if there's
So you want to play
cards
like
in
this
drawer,
little weird manipulation game? Is that what you're doing?
with you, sir.
You are.
All
Yeah.
I'm asking you
Okay.
is if there's
Listen,
a specific
listen.
person you would like to talk to, I want to make sure you get that address.
Right now I'm speaking to
right
you
now.
to give me cards, and you're
I
a
gave you my
public,
card.
listen, you're a public servant.
Yeah.
Do your job, what we pay you for, and give me the cards I'm requesting. So
If
it's
you
that
could
simple.
tell me who, I would
Every
talk to.
card in there. That's
Every
who.
card in
Every
there.
card in there.
Even if the person no longer exists.
Well, you know who doesn't exist, right?
Well,
then
you just
don't
told
give me
me.
that card. That's
Well,
fine.
That's why I'm asking how
It's
I
see
can
games.
be helpful.
How old are you, sir? You're a lot older than me.
I
Then
don't
you're
know.
playing games.
I don't know.
We'll find your age. I'll get your age and everything. I don't want to. I don't even care about you.
I don't care.
You're literally somebody I'm not interested in. Just give me the cards I need and then go about your business and do your job.
Here's your first one.
There you
That's
go.
just for the general grass felon.
Holy cow. This
How
guy's got
low
a
do you want?
problem. How are you even in this position?
Well, no, you asked for every card, and I was going to ask, is that
No,
that gives you the web page, that
can't-
gives you the general?
You can't take all that back what was already said, sir.
Well,
You've been causing a problem.
I
You're
have
doing
it
it on
recorded
purpose.
here.
I know.
have it recorded here
And
too.
so do I. And so do I. And
I'm
it'll show
very
that
helpful.
you're doing nothing but causing a problem.
No, I'm trying to address your concerns of who you would like cards for, so I can make sure.
Sir,
in case
I'm
they are not
speaking
here.
plain English. Every card in there. But it's okay. I like proving people liars. Me, I don't lie because I don't answer to anybody. So I don't have to lie. I always tell the truth.
So-
Even when the truth hurts me, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay, that's your choice.
There's a difference.
I understand, but I don't use the internet. So how can I get it on paper?
Well, I always tell the truth.
But I don't use the internet.
Well, I always tell the truth.
But I don't use the internet.
This guy is just a problem. Needs not to be working here anymore. He doesn't. Look at his public service. Holy cow. There you go. You're doing good. All right. Now we're getting the service that we should have got from the beginning.
That's that one.
And then we got this guy violating their policy and sitting there recording just a regular member of the public while he's at work. Look at him. Make sure we get a good picture of his face. And
you said you didn't want people that no longer work here?
That's fine. Yeah, if they
Yes
don't
or
work,
no?
they don't work here, don't give it. It's fine with me. But there's a lot of cards there that I had to get into a huge argument with you to get.
I was just asking questions, sir.
That's nonsense. That's nonsense and bullshit. But that's all right. I can tell where your head's at and the level of service you provide to the public. And now the general public will see that as well. Being totally respectful the whole time, and you were just creating an issue for no reason. But that's all good. I believe you're elected, so at this point, I would absolutely not reelect this individual here, and we'll definitely get his name on the screen and put that up because this
Do
is
you want
ridiculous.
other information that we have in here too, or just the cards?
Not yet. The cards are fine.
Very
If
good.
I need something else, I'll ask you guys.
Please do.
Please do. All right. See you later now.
See you.
You know, it's very clear how you were acting, and it's all on camera. So trying to lie now just even proves even more that you're a liar.
And
it's really not good. It's not what the people want.
If you're done, do you need anything else from me?
I've already told you you're dismissed, bud. You can go back. Definitely go back to work. Go ahead. I'll be in here for about an hour or so, taking the shots I need. So.
Okay. Very nice meeting you. I'm sorry that you didn't give me your name, so I could have addressed you more appropriately.
You can call me sir. Pretty simple.
Sir.
Same thing I'm calling you.
Prefer? Okay.
Right?
Have a good day, sir.
All right. See you later. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Stop violating policy. Let's go ahead and take it back to work, huh?
So if there's something else you're saying,
No, like I said, you're dismissed. Don't need your help. Definitely don't want it after the way you just acted. So I'm good. See you later.
See you. You can go now.
I'll be here. Like I said, I'll be here. I'm dismissed.
Well, you're saying that I'm dismissed. So I was just trying. You asked me to call you sir, and I'm just using the same wording you're using.
For sure. Yep, you're dismissed. Go harass somebody else, sir.
I'm not harassing you, sir.
I'm good. Yep. Trying to get cards, you definitely were.
And in this final clip, we see a combination of disingenuousness and stupidity on full display, with a smattering in of hypocrisy. The excuse frauditors always use is that they can film from a sidewalk, but as soon as a cop asks them to get on the sidewalk, now all of a sudden they move the goalpost and they don't need to be on the sidewalk.
We can get some better pictures here. Huh?
I said, what's going on?
Not much. How you doing today?
Good.
Awesome.
Why are you taking photos of our personal vehicles?
What's your name?
I'm Officer Zach. What's your name?
Zach. How do you pronounce the last name?
What's your name?
Well, I'm just trying to get your last name. It's big. What is it? La Ferrier.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to meet you, man. I don't want to give my name. Just taking a picture, doing a story. So.
What kind of story?
Personal story.
Why is it you don't want to give me your name? You just ask for mine.
I just don't want to.
Okay. If you want to step on the sidewalk, that would be awesome, and not on police property if you don't have a police matter.
Oh, well, I'm conducting some business. Right when I'm done, yeah, I'll be out of here. I'll bounce.
So you're saying that I'm asking you to leave police property, go to the sidewalk, and you're not going to leave the property?
Well, I'm saying I have some things to take care of. I'm trying to take care of my business. Why would I have to leave right here? I mean,
Perfect.
This is
Since I'm a police officer, you're on police property, what business do we need to take care of?
Well, I told you I'm taking pictures, right? Taking pictures right now, and then I got some other things to do. I don't feel like I need to explain that to you. Is there a purpose that I have to explain it, or?
You just said you have police business, and I'm asking you, as a police officer, what business can I help you with?
When did I say I have police business? I don't need any help from you. I don't need any help from you. No. You can go back to work. I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing, and then I'll be out of here. So.
Okay.
Cool. I mean, is there a reason I can't be right here?
Well, it seems kind of weird that you're pointing a finger over, your camera over into our fence, photographing our personal vehicles.
Okay, but I didn't hear a reason I can't be here.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I have stuff to do, sir, so I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing here, and we'll go ahead and see you later, huh? What was your badge number, by the way?
Oh, it's right here.
No, it's not.
I'm 403.
403.
Hey, if you're not 10-6, you available for I have a gentleman hold for the full.
How do you know I'm photographing personal vehicles?
I just watched you.
You just watched me? What? Photograph your way? What'd you see on my camera? Did you see anything on my camera?
I've watched you 3 times now photograph those vehicles right there that don't look like police vehicles, right?
It's like a white vehicle back there to me. I just don't understand the issue. Why is there an issue, and what is the issue? Like I'm being respectful. I'm not doing anything suspicious. I'm just taking pictures. I was pretty open with you with my information. I could have just said none of your business, right? Like I didn't have to tell you I was doing a story.
And I can't be curious to ask you about it?
No, I understand curiosity. I understand that. Yeah, all day. But I don't understand how your curiosity was already, I told you everything I was going to tell you.
Well, because a lot of people I don't see them holding their camera over our fence photographing our personal vehicles.
Okay, but you have already gathered any information you're going to gather.
Yeah, because you don't want to tell me what you're doing.
I'm doing a story. I've been living here 20 years and never had a run-in with you guys ever. So I don't understand the issue. This guy's something else.
All right. So that was my recent video on Bay Area transparency. I just published that. I think that was last week. And it's kind of amazing to me the comments I got from his followers. And some of the things they say are, I mean, I'm flabbergasted by some of the comments from some of these idiots because they're so stuck up a Bay Area's butt. So I wanted to share some of these with you guys. Look at what some of these idiots say. Let's see. I've got to find some of the good ones. Bay Area transparency is amazing. He just makes sure people don't overstep boundaries and as well as do the friggin' jobs we pay them for. Don't hate on him. He's the man. Now, does that sound like the guy that we were just watching? Not me. um, yes, and definitely the guy who was being smart with Bay or with James Freeman definitely deserves a beer. So anyway, let's look at some more of these pro Bay Area transparency idiot. Um, the entire point of audits is to show that we, the people who pay for public services, have the right to make use of those buildings. We're not required to explain ourselves to public employees. We don't have to show ID and sign in to make use of public spaces. Right? And what does any of that have to do with what was shown in the video? Um, let's see. Bay Fam is amazing. No, he's not. Uh, let's see. Oh, like it or not, James Freeman, Amagansett Press, and especially spelled wrong, Bay Area Transparency do a good job and try to do their best to make a positive change that will affect our communities. What are you doing to help other than criticize? Well, actually, that is exactly what I'm doing. Um, I responded. Well, I got to admit, you do have a good point here. Let's face it. What does more for our rights than harassing people at work? Now that is noble. Or you're a moron. I can't tell which yet. Um, this guy. Imagine being a parasitic government employee and not doing your overpaid job. Kick rocks, doughboy. Um, what? Okay, so they're not doing their job. So, in other words, your definition of their job is to kiss your ass and bend over backwards, like that one clip that I just showed a minute ago, where the dude, he was Bay Area, was asking for a business card, and he's like, "Which business card that you want?" And it's like, because the guy didn't automatically instantly just throw every card at the drawer at him and immediately bow down to his demands and just hand out all the cards and asked him which card he wanted, he didn't do his overpaid job because he's a stupid, lazy, no good. Man. Why film jewelry stores and Tesla dealerships? That's not the government. Exactly. I hate when they audit private businesses. Man. That comes up in here too, because those two clips weren't from Bay Area. I was just showing them as an example of how when somebody who is auditing a government agency, they always, if somebody says, I don't like being filmed, they always tell them every time, hey, you don't like being filmed? Go get a job in the private sector. Nobody will film you there. But auditors are auditing private sector jobs too. So how is that an answer? It's not an answer. It's BS is what it is. Nonsense and garbage. Garbaggio crapola. Oh man. Yeah, I can film anything my eyes can see while holding a boom camera over a fence. Yeah. Let's see. Where's some more of these good ones? A lot of these are good for me, of course. um, freedom makes commies mad, bro. I guess I don't know many communists, so I would not think that. Okay, the, what this person put was freedom makes commies mad, bro. So my response was, I guess. I don't know many communists, so I wouldn't know what makes them mad. I do know that my freedom allows me to express my opinion. It's called the First Amendment. You should look it up sometime, you hypocrite. Um, it's always a hater lurking. Bay Area transparency is the truth, for he is my hero. Okay, yippee. So I responded, oh, so what you're saying is you're an idiot. Got it. Let's see. BAT is the man. He does good work, bro. I like him. He's a nice guy. Let's see. You're just piggybacking off of Bay Area and making money off of him. Sad. Buckle and bounce. Yeah, you have no idea what you're talking about. So my response, and the frauditor sheeple return for the stupid. Yes, we love stupidity on display. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Oh, look at this. It really sucks that a bunch of Bay Area transparency groupies have invaded your comments. Yeah, right. Um, Bay Area transparency is respectful and they're not. Stop crying. Yeah, okay. Let's see. He's a disgusting miscreant acting like a 10-year-old brat. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, so that's some of the shade I got thrown at me for covering Bay Area transparency. So, in answer to the question I got earlier, yes, I have made videos about him. Um, yeah, and that's another thing. Like so many of these idiots, um, like it goes again with things that they say that drive me insane. So the whole idea that these idiots have, and the thing they're always saying about making money off of their stuff, and it's like what I always say. My response to that, my standard response is, okay, so if you are, there's no expectation of public and privacy. If you're filming someone and they ask you not to film them, so you go out of your way to film them even more because they asked you not to film them, you could say that that's legal all you want. And the fact that it's legal makes it okay for you to do that all you want. You can holler and yell about your civil rights and how you can film, and that's all good, and that's why you should do it. And their feelings don't go over your constitutional rights, and the fact that they don't like being filmed makes them a Karen or a snowflake or whatever. That's all fine and good. But as long as it's okay for you to film someone after they made it clear that they don't want to be filmed and post their image and get paid for it, and you don't feel guilty because it's legal, well, guess what? What I'm doing is perfectly legal too. It's called fair use. Nah. Bunch of morons. These guys are so. Sometimes, I mean, they're bad, but their followers sometimes drive me super insane because they actually believe this. Yes, Bay Area did recently get arrested, and he actually posted a follow-up video um, talking about the arrest, and of course, making it sound like he was just a poor, sweet, innocent guy filming, and then all of a sudden he got arrested for no reason. Lame. All right, so I think it was Mystery Shops at Theater sent me a clip. It says that it's about a racist sheriff. What? I don't know if I want to watch a video that has that in it. Any kind of racism, or is that just false narrative building and there actually isn't any in the video? I don't know. I don't wear glasses, but when I'm on the computer, I like to put these reading glasses on because it helps me. But now I'm sweating and they're getting all foggy. Oh, man. Let's see. Thug mentality. Yep. Disseminating public information. Disseminating it to the public is a problem. Yeah. They always get arrested for no reason. Oh, yeah. Or they'll always insist that they were arrested for filming. That is extremely rare. They usually get arrested for trespassing, if at all. Just the other day, I was watching a video of a cammed up caveman filming a cop talking to a child. And then the cop was like, "Hey, why are you filming a kid?" And he's like, "I'm not. I'm filming you." I'm like, "Yeah, filming me talking to a kid." And then the other guy comes and says, "Hey, you can't do that, you know?" And whatever, nothing happens, but he makes it sound like, "Oh, these horrible, evil tyrants. I can't believe they're out here doing this crap." It's like, doing what? Sticking up for a child? Oh no, how dare they? Man, I'm telling you. And it's so hard to look at uh, some of these situations, especially the ones involving children. Like when these guys go into juvenile detention centers and start filming around there, and even like I did one where this guy was hanging out in a church parking lot, and auditing churches is another thing that I find just absolutely appalling. Private businesses are one thing, but like, and especially the fact that, oh my goodness, sorry, it's morning. um, Good morning, everybody. Um, and for anyone who's just recently joined us, thank you for coming out. Good to see you all here today. Um, Anything that has to do with kids should be off limits, absolutely. And again, like the thing with the private businesses makes no sense. The churches, and oh yeah, that's what I was going to say, is the fact that SGV News and Pedo Libre audits or pedophile audits or whatever his name. Wait, I just got canceled because I said that word on in the internet, right? Pedo Libre is his name. It's supposed to be, I guess, like it's a Spanish thing, but obviously it sounds like pedo, which we would, yeah. Anyway, him and SGV go out every Sunday morning and audit churches, and that's when they call it Shanduli language. That's when people say, "Hey, what are you doing?" And they go, "Oh, like they got a fake Indian accent or whatever." And now Casey Camera Boy's starting to do that, where he'll go out with somebody, and like if the person comes up to Casey Camera Boy and says, "What are you doing?" His buddy will go, and then Casey Camera Boy will be, "Oh, he says we're just out here filming, man." It's like they think that life is a Cheech and Chong sketch or something. It's insane the way they treat these people and think that they're doing something good. I mean, I was watching. Um, there was this dude named Jesse Lee Peterson, and I'm not too familiar with him, but I saw something of his last night, and I thought it was interesting because since I do this every day, it's always in the back of my head. So I'm watching him interviewing people, and I'm thinking about like using that same sort of interviewing style when dealing with these guys, these frauditors, because um, what he was saying was like, in his opinion, he's saying that there's only two things. There's either love or hate. Hate is evil, so it's either love or it's evil. So with that line of thinking, I was thinking like, okay, so if Rogue Nation says, "Well, it's my right to film someone," and I'm like, yeah, so if somebody asks you to stop filming them, uh, would you call that? And you keep filming them. Would you call that love? Is that a form of love? Like not respecting their rights? Well, it's legal. Yeah, but that's not what I'm asking you. And because that's the point that they never seem to get. It isn't about whether it's legal or it's illegal. It's about whether it's right or wrong. And it's wrong. Like, how could you live in a society where anyone could just do anything anywhere at any time to anyone as long as they're holding a camera when they do it? And it's like that's what they're advocating for. And if you actually listen to them and the world and the people in it actually live the way they want us to, what would happen? We'd never leave our homes because the only way you're not going to get a frauditor shoving a camera in your face is if you never leave your house. So that's your more free world, is the one where everyone's locked in their house all day because they're scared of you idiots. Coffee. They know better, but they don't give a crap. Oh, of course not. Of course not. That's why it's been proven through their actions over and over and over again that they're only doing it for the money as much as they claim to be doing it for rights. The percentage of these guys that actually believe in what they're doing, that actually believe that it's something good, is very low. The majority of them just get off on getting paid to give people a hard time. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. Otherwise, why would they audit private businesses? Why would they audit churches? Why would they, like Silence Boy, just walk down the street and shove their camera in people's faces and just keep doing it until someone obviously doesn't like being filmed, and then purposely go out of his way to focus on that person until they freak out. And then gloat about his money, flashing it in the camera all the time. Man, they don't care. They do not care. So, anyway, let's see. What was the other one I wanted to show? Yeah, they definitely love peeping through windows. Yeah, these guys always say, "Oh, my tax dollars pay your salary," but yeah, none of these guys have jobs, so none of these guys pay any taxes. Although, I mean, there is a thing, because I know, because I did it. My channel is monetized, and when you first you fill out the questionnaire, and you do have to fill out a tax form so you can put deductions on there if you want to. So I really have no idea if they do or don't. I wonder if that's something I could FOIA. They're always telling us to use FOIAs. Maybe we should use it to FOIA their stuff. Like, well, that's like what Masshole does, right? And the Frog does that too. Yeah, Salacious said something interesting here. Let's see. Not every single little issue should have to be addressed in statutes. We rely on others' common decency and common sense for many things, and these frauditors are ruining that. Yes, yes. It's like when I was a kid, there was a situation. Some of you might remember hearing this story. There's a kid, or a kid. It was an old lady. She went to McDonald's, went to the drive-thru, bought a cup of coffee, spilled the coffee on herself, and got third-degree burns, and then sued McDonald's and won. So now, whenever you buy a cup of coffee, it'll have a contents may be hot warning on it. They never did that before because people thought, well, you know it's hot because it's coffee. We shouldn't have to tell you it's hot. So it's that same kind of mentality. Like, you have to have legislation passed to govern every single little minor thing that you do. That's how you that's why so much of what they do, the ones who supposedly actually are fighting for something, is twisting everything, because they're trying to say that they're fighting for more freedom, but if you actually listen to their arguments, which are nonsensical arguments anyway, what are they actually saying if you break it down? What they're saying is the government should have more control and we should have less freedom, because the government needs to regulate whether or not you're allowed to walk into a public building. The government needs to regulate whether you're allowed to film. The government needs to, they can't have a parking lot with a fence that you can't see through. That fence had slots, plastic slots in it that were dark colored so you couldn't see through. So he just lifted his camera up over the fence. So now the government has to spend even more of our tax dollars to build a roof over the parking lot so that you can't put your camera over the fence. Well, they have to create their own privacy. So again, break it down logically. So that means that you want the government to spend even more money by building more walls and putting more privacy gates and more privacy fences and roofs, or putting the fence 9 feet tall, but then you'll grab your stick and you'll still go over it. So that's not going to fix anything. So they're going to have to build a roof over it. Like, CH and TY Craig is, going into these buildings and they're saying, you can't do this, because this is private area or whatever, and telling them, well, then build a wall there. So you want them to spend money to build a wall? You guys need to create your own privacy. That's why they're asking you to leave. They're trying to create their own privacy. Oh, well, you guys should have something to block the camera if you don't want to be filmed. So, again, you want the government to spend more money? You want the government to pass more laws that give more regulation on what we can do? That goes against the whole supposed narrative of what you're trying to do, is to make the government have less control over our lives. So you're going to push and push and push until they get more. The whole thing with the signs, right? If the sign says no cameras allowed, they'll argue that that sign is unconstitutional. But if there's no sign there that says anything, they'll say, well, there isn't a sign there telling me I couldn't film. How was I supposed to know I'm not allowed to film if you don't put up a sign? So they put up a sign. Oh, no, that sign's unconstitutional. You can't win with these idiots. That's why it's just circular, word salad, nonsensical, con man, fast talking crap. It's garbage, poo poo caca, and crap. Man. Let's see. Yes, I agree with Dave Malik that all frauditors are going to succeed in is causing the amendments to be amended and hurt everyone's rights. Exactly. There've already been certain municipalities and other locations and places that are passing or trying to pass laws to limit what these guys can do. And the whole fighting for our rights, ultimately, the only way that we could stop these idiots from doing this is if they actually make laws that do limit rights. So it's like they're going to get the exact opposite of what their supposed goal is, but they're not going to care because they're getting paid. And that's the real goal. And that's why it's a disingenuous lie. And that's why these guys are full of shit. Full of it. Crap. Crapola. Poop. Defecation. They smell like Glen Cereal. Which I hear is actually bad. Man. Sorry about the rant. It's just, these guys really get under my skin sometimes. And it's just like, you jerk hammers. Making me so mad. So let's see what else we got going on in the frauditing community over by there. Let's see. How you guys all doing today? Anyway, it's been we've been on for a little bit. We got some more people in here, people that weren't here earlier. So again, if you weren't here at the beginning, welcome. Good morning. How y'all feeling today? It's a nice day where I'm at right now. Not too bad. 78 degrees, mostly cloudy. It's supposed to rain. I wanted to go swimming today. I wanted to take my kids to the pool, but I don't know if this storm actually does hit. We're probably not going to be able to do that. So I don't know. Let's see. Well, once again, now my computer's being funky. Sorry about the delay, people. Please rant. It helps. Yeah. I'll tell you what. This is the one thing that ultimately I want to do. To be completely on board, transparent, and I'm all shook up. Yay, yay, yay. I need to get myself in a situation, in a position where I can actually set up, like, because I mean, literally, I'm just in the living room doing this, right? But like to actually just set up, and I'm working on it, uh, a separate area for my little studio. Because to be perfectly honest with you guys, I always kind of have to hold back a little bit. There's other people in the house, there's other people around. I'm in the living room, everyone can hear everything I'm saying. But I need to get my own little office with my own little studio set up and put up my decorations and everything nice and get it just for this, and then I can really get into it. Because sometimes when I start getting off on a rant, I'm like, slow down, slow down. You don't want to be screaming and acting crazy and waking everybody up or bothering people and whatever. So I will admit, I do kind of hold back a little, but I want to get into that. Yes, yes, make a man cave. Like I said, I'm working on setting up my own space, but it's got to be just right. Because the other room, uh, if you go back to some of my older videos, I was doing it. Well, for a while, I was doing the stuff in the garage when I was in Wisconsin. But here in the other room, uh, good morning. In the other room, we got over winter. I was doing all my videos from the other room, but now that it's summer, the air conditioner in there is so loud that it just destroys the audio. I tried filming something there, and then when I went and listened to it back, all you could hear was headphone warning. I should have said. I'm sorry, I didn't think of it. But yeah, it was just it's no good. So I have to figure something else out, and that's why I haven't been doing that. Um, the kids won't be coming in with toys. Well, yeah, that's true. Uh, but let's see. Is directives a word, or is a stupid word that frauditors made up? No, directives is a real thing. Um, Giving people directives and all that. The problem isn't directives itself; it's the way the frauditors use the word. That's the problem, because the way that they always try to twist everything, it's like they they're the ones that are giving the directives. Give me your badge number now. Give me your name and badge number now. Don't you film me. I'll FOIA request your phone and I'll show you. They're the ones giving directives. But if the cop says, "May I see your ID?" Now they accuse the cop of being the one giving the and they don't just accuse him of giving directives, they accuse him of giving illegal directives. Because oh, look at this. We got somebody from Winnipeg. I just was watching a Canadian author yesterday. Looks like you guys are getting plenty of those moving up north now. Uh, I give my kids directives all the time. Yeah, put that down. Pick that up. Move that over. Take out the garbage. What's your problem, boy? Do your homework. Yes. But yeah, and like we were talking earlier, if you missed it with when we were watching the NC Tyrant Hunter video, and he's talking about the cops giving him unlawful directives and this and that, and we don't need your directives. We're grown men. We know what to do. But again, that's the game that these idiots play. If something bad did happen to them and the cops were there and the cops didn't say anything, then I'm quite sure that they would be more than happy to sue, because the cops didn't try to do anything. I don't understand why they didn't help. Oh, man. Yeah, you're dismissed. That's another good one. Oh, man. It's like literally they seem to have this idea that public servant means a slave to the public. Slavery is illegal in this country, you idiots. Oh man, so much of what they say is like that. It also drives me nuts because it's essentially anti-American. these guys, oh, well, I'm standing up for my rights. But assuming that anyone who's a public servant is a public slave in a country where slavery illegal is anti-American. It's yes. They always say you're not responsible for my safety. Don't want to get too deep into that whole situation, what happened there. But as far as the way the frauditors dealt with the Uvalde thing, right? They they'll tell the cops, "You're not responsible for my safety." There's been laws passed that say cops aren't responsible for my safety, but then they say, "Hey, you're cops. You should have been responsible for the safety of the kids in that school." Again, it isn't about whether or not the cops handled that situation right or wrong. It's the way the frauditors react. In fact, you know what? Speaking of that, that's reminded me of something I wanted to talk about. So I'm glad this came up. And yeah, they do ignore any amendments or anything that does not agree with their narrative. Oh, they despise anything that doesn't agree with their narrative. All right. So the issue that I wanted to address, the thing I wanted to talk about, because I've been thinking about this a lot when it comes to these idiots and what they're doing, is this idea that, well, here, wait, let me go back and look at the comment that triggered me to, let's see, government can't own land, states can't own, whatever, that's a bunch of crap. Most of us about a cameraman would not say, where is that? All right, so what I've always told my kids, all right, is the only thing, not only like in your life, the only thing in the entire freaking universe that you as an individual have any control over at all is your own actions. You can't control what the weather does. You can't control what other people do. You can only control what you do, right? So if you walk into a place and you think the person you're filming is being rude, by asking you not to film them, by letting you know that they're uncomfortable being filmed, if that's your definition of rude, you can't control their actions. In fact, they'll argue and say, "Well, it's not my problem if they have feelings. Their feelings aren't the law, right? I can't control their feelings." But you can control your actions. So when somebody tells you that they don't want you to film them, but you continue to film them, now that you were completely well aware that they don't want to be filmed, right? Again, you're right. You can't control how they feel, but you can control what you're doing. And they just made it absolutely clear to you that they don't feel comfortable with what you're doing, that they don't like what you're doing. So at that point, it's on you for you to do the right thing. And again, it isn't about what's right and wrong, it's about what's legal and illegal, which is where the crux comes in. Because one of the reasons why I sometimes go back to the "Hey K Far, what's up, man?" What's one of the reasons why I always go back to looking at a lot of the negative comments that I get from pro frauditor idiots is because they like to say these things. They follow the narrative of the frauditors all the way down the line, and they'll say these things about, like, well, their feelings don't trump my rights, and they can't control what they do or whatever, and this and that. But again, when you know that what you're doing is making them uncomfortable and you still continue to do it, that's when it starts to make the right or make the difference between right and wrong and legal and illegal. Well, it doesn't matter. Did we see the Canadian guy we've been watching had CPS at his house? Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, I did. Look at this. I'm getting the more people coming in. I got some of the regulars. I got K-Fire in here. I got Leland Squirrels. Nice. Look at all this. See, I love my crowd, man. I get some of the best people. Seriously, you guys are great. Um, oh, and there's Zerzu Zyquin. See, every time you come in here, I'm like, what? What's your name? Oh, man, that's great. Well, anyway, welcome everyone again to the show. I was just talking about how these these idiots always talk about how I can't control their feelings and this and that, but I'm saying, but they can control what they're doing, right? They have control over where they point the camera and who they point the camera at. And, I'll always talk about this too, is I'm sorry. Um, I'm trying to catch up on the chat too. Oh, people are making breakfast and everything. Yeah, you guys are getting ready for the morning. I am really, really getting into and enjoying this whole morning show thing. Like, I don't know, man. I'm starting to think that this was a pretty good idea. I can't stomach Dr. Dave anymore. The whole Dr. Dave thing again. I got no dog in the race either way. I just know that. Well, I know, but um, I don't know. It's hard to say. I can't really comment on that too much, but yeah, there's been a lot of shade thrown at him too, especially when he started like saying he was going to start doing business with Vegas Valley and well, anyway, the guys who know the story, and whatever. Um, I watch all you guys and don't care about the drama. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like my whole thing from the beginning has always been, you know, these these people are out here doing this stuff. And again, I reiterate, and I say this a lot because this is what I'm trying to push. This is the whole purpose, is that when you look at these guys, especially in terms of a lot of their court cases, and they always end up getting it dismissed or whatever, and they always call that a win. But what happens is you get these situations where a lot of times the cops, the judges, the lawyers, whatever, they don't know what these guys are, what these guys do, what they're about. They see a video with a narrative being built of, well, I was just out there with my camera, and then all of a sudden, all these people are picking on me just because I'm filming, and they're trying to violate my rights and this and that. And the general public has no idea that these idiots are out there doing this. And that's how they're able to play their frauditor game. That's how they're able to use their con man fast talking skills to confuse people and discombobulate them. And what? Huh? Wait, no. It's a very old standard tactic to ask someone a question and then ask them another question before they can even answer the first one, to throw off their train of thought. That's done very much intentionally. It's all part of the game to make the other person look stupid. And it's not, it's just you playing a game to make them look stupid, right? But the more people who become aware of what these guys are doing, who understand what these guys are doing, and that it is a grift, ultimately, a scam, a game, whatever you want to call it. Even the people who believe in it, what they're supposedly, I'm not even sure. Like I said, I think a very small percentage actually believe that they're doing something important. And even then, they're wrong. Um, but they're playing a game. They're running a scam or a grift or whatever you want to call it. It's not honest. It's disingenuous. It's false narrative. It's playing up to their ideas of what they're trying to portray in their videos, which is always the most negative possible reaction they can get. Some of them are more aggressive in their approach than others, but they're all looking for the same thing. In fact, that's why I like Against Press and Long Island Audits and Bay Area Transparency and all these supposedly good ones really drive me nuts. Because as much as I despise NC Tyrant Hunter and Silence Boy and Casey Camera Boy for going out there and just aggressively, blatantly trying to get a negative reaction from people by swearing at them and insulting them and calling them names, the so-called polite ones are literally doing the same thing. They're just doing it maybe without any swear words, maybe in a calm voice, instead of saying, "Hey, you asshole, give me my paperwork now," they'll say, "Hi, I'm here to request paperwork, so will you please get it immediately because you're a public servant and you have to do what I tell you because I told you to do it." It's the same thing, but they're just saying it in a calm voice. But it's like throwing these insults under the surface, Rogue Nation, on his interview with Frauditor Troll, talking about how, well, what do I ever do to bait people? I don't get it. What do I do to make people seem upset? And then you see him walking into a place, and when someone says, "I don't like being filmed," he pulls out a doll and says, "Can you point on the doll where you hurt about this camera? You want me to call a ambulance?" And his fans think, "Oh, that's so wonderful. That's so great. That's so hilarious." No, it's not. It's disgusting. It's gross. Condescending crap. You can't look me look stupid. I already am stupid. That's funny. Yeah, they make themselves look stupid, and again, that's one of the reasons why I don't get their fan base at all. Because when I watch these videos, it's so obvious to me that what they're doing is horrible. Like, how do you not see the same thing we're seeing? I don't get that. Unless you're also just a piece of crap like they are, and them getting off on being rude to people, and you getting off vicariously by watching them be rude to people. Oh, man. I like what Salacious says. Every city hall should install one of Chili's poppers, and if a frauditor walks in, pop! Just pop him right out the door. Bam! That'd be great. Yeah, and that's the other thing. They all watch each other's videos, and they all pick up bits and pieces of each other's scams. Their fan base is cop haters. They want to see people being rude to cops and public employees. Yeah, but that's the thing, K-Far, man. Like, the auditing the private businesses and the churches. What does that have to do with public employees and cops? Again, my theory is that's why they do it, is to instigate them calling the cops so that they're a forced interaction with the police. But the argument that they make, and this is the thing, and maybe this is what I'll do for tomorrow's show, is like actually come up with a list of specific items that I want to cover, because like as I talk about it, I start going all over the place with all these different bits and pieces of it. But when you actually break down their argument and analyze it, it's I'm just filming and somebody just happened to be in the frame. I didn't mean to film them. That's the narrative. And then you watch the video and they're like, will you please not film me? What did you say? Did you say not to film you? Oh, you don't want me to film you? I guess I'm not going to film you, huh? Well, and then they just film them even more. Well, like, it's such disingenuousness, it's such lies, and they just double down on the lie whenever they can. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about liberty. They don't care about freedom. Um, okay, now somebody just mentioned bad cops, and this is a thing that I always also talk about. Is once again, all right, you get stopped by a cop, or not even. A cop comes up to you because they got called because you were giving people in a private business or any business, really, you're giving someone a hard time. First of all, when they egg people on, why are you calling the cops? Why don't you take care of it yourself? But if they did take care of it themselves, then you'd call the cops on them and have them arrested for assault. So, whatever. You better watch out, Peck. You request a FOIA on my phone. Dagnabbit. My story's already been published. You're watching it. Oh, crap. Is it ringing now? See, you had to say something, Peck. Now it's chirping at me. Oh, it's stupid. I got to turn off my notifications because every time I get a text or an email, it chirps. Yes. So they go around auditing businesses, they go around auditing churches, they go around doing all this stuff to try and get a negative reaction intentionally because that is their story. But again, when you break down their argument and actually look at it piece by piece and logically look at it, it doesn't even make any sense. They go against their own logic. Again, that goes back to the whole having a sign thing. Have a sign, it's a violation of my rights for you to have a sign. Don't have a sign? Well, there's no sign saying I can't do this, so this means I can. Or another game that they like to play is twisting the sign. Like if there is a sign and they're not going to claim it's a violation of their rights to have a sign, as opposed to arguing when there isn't a sign, they'll twist the sign. The sign says private property, authorized vehicles only. I'm not a vehicle, so that sign doesn't apply to me. The only thing allowed back there is authorized vehicles. But you're twisting the words. I'm not a vehicle, so I can go back there. No. You are not an authorized vehicle. Only authorized vehicles could be in that area. But they're going to twist that. They're always going to twist that. Yeah. Another pet peeve. Calling them the feelings police. But if you feel threatened by a citizen who doesn't like being filmed by you, we're supposed to care about your feelings. If you feel like you're defending the Constitution, we're supposed to think that your feelings are important, but nobody else's are, only yours. What about the First Amendment? They're standing up for the First Amendment, but only when it applies to them and them doing what they do. Anyone else, they ain't got no rights, especially city employees or cops. In their mentality, the second that you sign up and accept a job with the government in any capacity, you automatically waived your rights. And of course, that's insane. Yes, yes, Dave Malik. They always love to say that that's policy, not law, and then call people out for not quote unquote following their policy. I thought policies didn't matter. No, they don't matter when it applies to them, but it does matter when it applies to anyone else. See, they always, and again, I cannot stress enough how much these guys use all of these standard arguments to get away with this. And like, I saw this sort of progression, and I've had a theory about it that I talk about in my book, the Frauditor's Handbook. um, it seems like it started out, and I'll use Jason Gutterman as an example, right? Because he's one of the ones who's been doing it for the longest. When he first started out, it seemed like he was always basically cop watching, right? Auditing the police more than anything else. And over time, he started getting more and more into this, like auditing post offices. He started doing that more and more. Nowadays, all he does is audit private businesses. And what I think happened, because I guess it was maybe 2 years ago now, I don't remember how long, you could look up, if you just type in First Amendment audit, one of the first videos that pops up is a police training video trying to teach them how to deal with First Amendment auditors. And the police training is basically saying to ignore these guys, to not engage these guys, right? So by auditing a private business, now once they get the people in the business to call the cops, now the cops are obliged to engage because they got a call. So now it's like, well, we're not getting a direct interaction from the cops. So now we're indirectly going to force an interaction with the cops so that we could spin our tale about how these horrible, evil, rotten, no good, nasty tyrants are doing all these horrible, evil, nasty, tyrannical things, like asking if I have an ID. Wow. How tyrannical. I still have not heard an even remotely logical explanation from any of them as to why they say asking for an ID is tyranny. Again, and I said this earlier, if they were tyrants, I've seen videos every day, ID refusal videos, where cops ask for an ID, and by the end of the video, they never gave the cop the ID. I see it every day, all the time, from all of these idiots. And they always say that the cops are being tyrants. If the cops were being tyrants, and I'll say it again, they would have got your ID. Whether you liked it or not, they would have got it from you. If they were tyrants, they would have got it by any means necessary. And they would have got it. But you're still going to call them tyrants. How about when you're filming a cop and you're calling him names and you're swearing at him and you're accusing him of violating your First Amendment right? In the video that I'm watching, where you're accusing the cop of violating your freedom of speech, you're speaking, calling him names, swearing at him, accusing him of violating your rights. If you're physically speaking and saying these things, what tyranny did he engage in? If he was a tyrant, you wouldn't be able to speak because you'd have your teeth smashed in and you'd be in the hospital getting your jaws wired shut. Like, these people make no sense. He's violating my freedom of press. Again, if I'm watching a video where you're saying they're violating your freedom of press, they didn't violate your freedom of press because I'm watching the video. It exists. If they were tyrants, that video would not exist. They would make damn sure that it was gone and that nobody would ever find it. Oh, man. Walk of shame. That's another one. If they're walking away and you're still talking and you're still filming, where's the tyranny? What did they do? if you're still talking and still filming as they're doing the walk of shame, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the pepper spray thing. These guys are like getting crazy with that too. Um, SGV and his crew, they just love walking around pepper spraying people. They're like so proud of it. Um, do a search. Well, no, don't. But if you do a search for hashtag gets the sauce, that's what they call it when they pepper spray someone. It's appalling how many videos of these idiots pepper spraying people are out there. It's just, oh man, it's bad. It is so bad. The way these people act, they do what they do, and it just serves no purpose other than to, well, I guess to give us something to point and laugh at. Like, look at these idiots. Oh man, frauditors are more of a tyrant than the cops they film. You know what, I'm starting to really believe that myself too. I think that it's projection, right? They pretty much do all of the things that they falsely accuse everyone else of doing to them all the time. Uh, you watch the videos, just watch the videos. And again, this is why their fans drive me crazy. Watch the video. How can you watch the same video I'm watching? Are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Obviously, you guys all are. So how come they can't see it? How come they don't see it? Maybe they don't want to. They just get off on watching, like I said, people who get off on being bullies and being jerks and being rude, and people who get off vicariously by watching people being bullies and acting rude. Yeah, I don't know if I could handle it either, being a cop, because if I saw these Depots, I didn't even realize you were here. Welcome. Uh, Good to see so many people here in the morning once again. Always good to have my people come out. Always have good people. I see. That's another thing that I've noticed too since I've started doing these morning things. Is like when I do late night stuff, you get a lot of porn bots, you get a lot of idiots, you get a lot of crap. But so far, I haven't had any problems like that at all on these mornings. So that's pretty awesome. Hello, Kiss a Cat one. Um, Although that wouldn't work for me because I'm allergic to cats. So if I kissed a cat, I'd be in big trouble. um, but yeah, if I was a cop and I saw one of these idiots, I don't know that I'd be able to control myself. I'd probably end up getting fired for actually doing something, because these cops, they don't do anything. They can't, and frauditors know this, and that's. Oh, I get so mad. They don't do anything. Oh man. In Oregon at 6 a.m. I always wake up early. Well, I'm glad to see you. Glad to see you. I don't put up with. Yeah, yes. Yeah, we're not drunk yet. That's what's good about mornings. It's coming. The laws will change. Yeah. Depending on the situation and what kind of changes they make to the laws, that could be part of the problem. Is that these idiots are causing these changes and not the positive ones they're supposedly looking for. I don't know, man. Quarter after 9. All right, so you're out east, yeah, because it's quarter after 9 here too. Um, yeah, idiots being dumb, causing trouble. Oh man, just rudeness. Um, so here's another thing I wanted to ask you guys is for those of you who were watching my Frauditor iceberg video, did you guys get notifications when I put part two up? Because I noticed that it has a lot less views than the first one. And sometimes YouTube gets a little funky with its notification system and how it does that. So were you guys aware that I put up part two and that's already a thing? No? Yeah, you got okay. Um yeah, I don't know. And YouTube's been being weird with lately, but it's interesting too because I always hear a lot of people talk about that, right? You always see creators talk about, well, uh, I don't know. YouTube isn't pushing my video, this and that, and now that I'm starting to see that happening, even in my videos, like, whoa, wait a minute. How come this one has 2,000 views and this one has 4,000 views and this one has like 200? Oh, wait. And then looking at the analytics to try and piece it together and figure out what the problem is. And again, I think, I got this idea from Frauditor Troll, but I've been looking and I think it's the ones that aren't monetized that they don't push. TikTok has better analytics. Yeah, well, at least it's not OnlyFans. Uh, let's see. Oh no. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen. We're in trouble now. Uncle Artie showed up. Oh boy. How you doing, Uncle Artie? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Um, YouTube don't seem to like the wholesome kind of content. Yeah. Well, I like the taser kind of content. That's the best stuff right there. Um, so anyway, yeah, we were just talking about idiots being stupid and the effect that they're potentially having on the world is doomed. I'm running late to work, but they won't know. You're gonna sneak in through the back door. They'll never see me coming. Oh man. Yeah. So yeah, and then we were talking about YouTube in general, and I was wondering if um, it is a thing. Yeah, yeah, it does seem like that's something that happens. So let me ask you this: would any of you guys be interested in watching the Frauditor iceberg videos here right now? I could play them like one after the other, so you see the whole thing, or just part two, or none of it, and move on to something else, or whatever you guys want to do. I'm here to entertain you guys. So you guys get a vote. But it's my channel, so I could override it if I don't like it. I got to refill my coffee anyway. I need to play something so I have an excuse to go fill it. Um, I haven't seen any yet. All right, so I'll go ahead and do that because, like I said, I got to go refill my drink anyway. So I will play those two videos back to back real quick so you guys could get caught up on Hezokai's Frauditor Iceberg videos. Here's the Frauditor Iceberg Part 1. Let me get that up on the screen for you. Oh, stop. Sorry, my computer. Lame computer. All right. Now let's get this on screen. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Enjoy. Yeah.
Alan Newcastle sits alone watching YouTube videos on his computer when suddenly he hears an all too familiar cry for help.
There is no expectation of privacy in public.
There's no need to fear. Hezokuai is here. In the modern world, where almost everyone has access to a video camera through their phone and most people have their phone with them at all times, it seems only natural that it would become much more difficult for police or any other government officials to engage in any sort of unnecessary violence or illicit public activity without someone having the opportunity to capture video evidence. The desire to capture such activity on video and thus to create greater government accountability is prominent among the fundamental philosophies of the First Amendment audit. However, the movement has managed to grow and morph itself into a hodgepodge community of YouTubers, very few of which actually care about creating any sort of accountability within the government. It is dominated instead by a ragtag group of former criminals, adrenaline junkies, and those who view the movement as nothing more than an easy way to get paid for being a jerk. Today, we take a look at the good, the bad, and the absolutely despicable dregs that make up the First Amendment auditing community using the iceberg format. So sit back, relax, and get ready to see some of the best and some of the worst of what many of us now refer to as frauditors. On its surface, increased transparency for government agencies and their employees seems like a no-brainer. After all, no one wants to find that their tax dollars are being used to pay someone a ridiculous salary to sit behind their desk playing video games or posting on Facebook or the like. Wasted tax dollars does in fact seem to be of great concern to many of these audits, the basic idea being that they're auditing what our tax dollars are being spent on. As with transparency on the surface, being able to hold government employees accountable for their actions seems to be a fundamental ingredient to the continued operation of a fair and just government. By filming the actions of said government employees, the stated goal of the auditor is to increase the level of transparency. Civil rights are key to the idea of an audit, with a primary focus on the First Amendment, hence its namesake, First Amendment audit. Freedom of speech, press, and assembly are indeed asserted by most auditors during their audits, with freedom of religion being mostly ignored. In fact, as you'll see as we get deeper into the iceberg, many on the frauded end of things love to audit churches. The foremost among these rights is freedom of the press. It's the freedom of the press coupled with freedom of speech that has allowed the auditing community to flourish, and which has allowed the deepest, most dreadful sections of the iceberg to exist. In order to invoke their First Amendment right to free press, auditors will always insist that they're independent journalists working on a story. Although this is almost never true, there are indeed several legitimate independent journalists engaged in the First Amendment audit. This is LLN NYC. And although this young man is in no way associated with the First Amendment auditing community, I'd like to start by showing some clips from his channel to illustrate how a legitimate independent journalist differs from an auditor. Notice, for example, how he maintains a reasonable distance from the scene without having to been asked to do so, and how he also doesn't scream at the cops and distract them from what they're doing. And now he's about to zoom in using his zoom lens, not by physically moving closer to the scene. After a few more minutes of filming the scene, he actually legitimately interviews witnesses.
All right, guys, live in the area?
Yeah, like I live
reaction to this corrections officer?
I live, it's another guy. I live right around the corner. It's kind of weird to see like something like this happen right around the corner because we were just going to the bodega and we had no idea this was happening.
Ever seen anything like this before?
No, never. Not in Astoria. Like I think it's supposed to be a good neighborhood, but you know,
shootings and stuff like that.
Never seen this. This is crazy.
This next clip illustrates how he's actually filming something for a story. It begins with him filming the street that it happened on so he could report on the exact location. And then he films a water main break. All right, so now he goes out for a few more minutes, getting some more footage of the water main leaking. And it might seem like, okay, so how's this guy supposed to be a legitimate journalist versus what the auditors do other than he's just standing there filming stuff? Well, let's take a look at where the water main footage he took ended up.
Part of Paramus plunged underwater this morning after a 36-inch water main broke overnight. Eyewitness News reporter Crystal Cranmore is live in Paramus as crews are trying to work to fix that main. Crystal?
Good morning, Ken. Yeah, that water main break flooded several parking lots along Route 4 here in Paramus. At this point, Veolia Water Company is here trying to quickly repair that break. Let's go ahead and look at this video. This 36-inch water main break started a little after midnight, turning the area into a raging river. Crews closed Spring Valley Road between Trinity Court and Brookfield Avenue as they try to shut the main. Now, the water has been flowing toward nearby residential communities. Local police departments taking to social media to let residents here in Paramus and Rochelle Park know to expect low water pressure this morning. Now, at this point, it is unclear just how many customers are affected. We are waiting word from Veolia Water Company in terms of when water can be fully restored. Now we're live in Paramus. Crystal Cranmore, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Now, frauditors always say when people ask them why they're filming and who they're filming for, after they say, well, I'm a journalist working on a story, when people ask them when or where the story is going to be published, they'll never tell you. They'll never say because it never gets published. We're always waiting for the story and we never see it. Sure, they put the stuff on their YouTube channels, but this is a journalist filming something for journalism and getting it published through a legitimate news source, a legitimate independent journalist doing legitimate independent journalism. So now that we know what that looks like, let's start to dig a little deeper into the iceberg and see how it all begins to go downhill. The tip of the iceberg. An audit in and of itself is not a bad idea. In fact, quite the opposite. However, it's the way in which the audit is being conducted, not the audit itself, that has become a problem.
No, hold on. No, you can get the fuck out of here now.
Okay, well, what are you doing here?
You too.
That's about what we needed. So first of all, I'm not taking
You too.
orders
If you touch me, this is your final warning for both of you. I'm a pepper spray you asses.
Have I touched you yet?
I'm a pepper spray you asses if you touch me.
Did I touch
Do you understand that?
But did I touch
Do you understand that?
Nobody-
You were
Did I
trying
touch
to.
you?
You were trying to.
No, I was
You're
trying to
lucky.
touch your
You're lucky.
camera.
You're lucky.
Well, nobody touched you.
A reasonable, well thought out, properly conducted audit can and does exist. However, it is unfortunately quite rare. One of the more popular forms of auditing is called cop watching. It is, at its best, quite literally that, watching cops. However, at its worst, becomes cop baiting, which we'll cover more detail as we move further down the slippery slope of stupidity yet to come. This clip is from Ironton Auditor. He began auditing when he unwittingly fell into the clutches of an infamous frauditor con artist known as Delete Laws. It did not take long, however, for Ironton Auditor to realize he was being duped, and has since shifted his attention to legitimate cop watching.
Looks like Patrolman Blankenship, and I'm not sure who the other officer is yet. It is also patrolman Blankenship. Both of them on the scene tonight. Try to stay off the personal information here. If I can keep it burn it down here. He's calling it out pretty loud over the radio there, so I'm trying to walk away, guys. That's the only reason. I don't want to dox anybody. Don't need no personal information on here.
You want to tell us what was going on? He rolled through a stop sign back here. Just performed a traffic stop, just to kind of see what's up.
Freedoms are like muscles. If you don't use them, you lose them, is a common auditor phrase. However, both LLNNYC and Ironton Auditor are shining examples of how to flex your freedoms without being an obnoxious, overbearing, narcissist dolt, which leads us to the next level. Beneath the surface, challenging public officials. As we begin our descent, we find ourselves immediately within the realm of the frauditors, not content to simply film interactions with public officials, but challenging them, challenging their authority, challenging their knowledge, challenging their ability to complete simple tasks, and insisting that because they have chosen a career in public service, they must now kowtow to the person with the camera's demands right away, following their directives to the letter, and never in any way even hinting at the fact that they may feel uncomfortable being recorded. Any discussion at all about policy, protocol, or procedure is instantly shut down as incorrect and or irrelevant. Such dialogue is often followed by a barrage of insults, threats of lawsuits, and insisting on supervisors taking disciplinary action against the hapless employee.
Yes. Stop being silly. I came for public records. Can you please fulfill it? I need public records.
I don't appreciate being on your camera footage.
Find a job in the private sector then. This is a public service.
Okay, but I still have rights. And I also
You have duties right now.
And you're reporting me as a female, and I don't appreciate that. So
Listen, I'm a feminist and I don't appreciate you using the female card. Okay?
someone will be down with you.
Okay, I just need you to take my records request. It's that simple. I'll be right out of here once you do. I got a call about this place because of the same situation. I didn't believe it. We have a freedom of the press. It's the First Amendment right, and the Public Defender's Office should know that. What's your name, miss?
My name's Casey.
Casey what?
You don't need my last name.
Yes, I do. I pay your salary, so give it up.
No, you don't.
Okay, what's your name, miss? Brianna, do you have a last name? You don't want to give me your last name either? Okay. Yeah, you do. It's public record. You work on the government dime, and that's one of the things I'm going to request is everybody's name and salary. How much you're getting paid to be so rude to us, we the people. I didn't come in here with that attitude.
We have someone coming down to speak with you, sir.
Okay, but for future reference, the only power that people have is your reaction, okay? Does that make sense? I have 2 easy records requests.
Okay, and somebody's coming down to help you, so you can take a seat and get out of our face because you're making me nervous.
I'm not in your face, first of all. There's bulletproof glass between us. So again, stop being silly and just take down the request like your job asks you to do. You too. Do better.
Oh, I do great at my job. I appreciate you, though. Thank you.
No, you failed today.
No, I didn't. You got the help you needed. So I hope
From him, you failed to just take my request like I originally asked.
Unlike cop watching, which is, again, literally watching police interactions with the public, cop baiting is about eliciting a negative reaction from the police. In fact, Many frauditors will engage with police when they're not even involved in any interaction at all, approaching the officer while sitting in a squad car or walking a beat.
Hey, brother. Yeah, what you working on today, brother? What's going on? Nice. So you just hanging out in case something happens? Cool, man. Appreciate that. How seriously do you take your oath to the Constitution? Not seriously at all. It's a serious question. You don't take do you even know the Constitution? You don't. We pay you money to know that, old man. Nobody knows the Constitution. Whenever you talk to a cop about the Constitution, they roll the window up in contempt because they don't know it. Because he's a loser. Coward. You're a coward, sir. You're a redcoat. You're a redcoat coward that doesn't know the Constitution. People died for the Constitution, sir. People died for the Constitution. Yes, I do. You took a sacred oath before God and your countrymen to understand the Constitution. I just need you to tell me the First Amendment, and I'll let you be on your way. Yes, I need the First Amendment. You don't know it. You don't know the Constitution. What? Tell me. Tell me then. You don't know it. I bet you $20. You're a coward, sir. You're a coward redcoat. What's his name? What's your name and badge number? Just sitting here. Just sitting here. Coward. 5448. He's just chilling. He's just chilling. Pre-crime. Coward. You're a coward redcoat.
And just in case that isn't enough to convince you, check this guy out who actually tells the truth.
All right, what do you do after you bait the cops? All right, it just doesn't end right there. You still have them. You're still in that situation. So you got to make the most of it. All right. If you have just one cop, get them to call more. It's not that hard. I've done it many, many times where one shows up and then they have to get like 5 others. It's amazing. And they arrive pretty quickly too, the backup. And in a way, it's kind of a refreshing feeling to think that you're drawing their attention away from actual real crimes that could have been occurring at that time. It's kind of a refreshing feeling to think that you're drawing their attention away from actual real crimes that could have been occurring at that time.
All right, so that was part 1, and now I'm gonna show part 2. Eventually, I want to edit the 2 of them together and make one big long video of the just both parts. But let me pull up the second part right now, and we could watch it together. If my computer would load. Here we go. Dag nabbit, sauce, butt munch, crapola sandwiches. Hey, News Now enemy, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. I was just sharing because it seems like YouTube with the algorithms or whatever wasn't really pushing my Frauditor iceberg, so I'm just sharing it here on the live stream. We just finished part 1, and we're about to begin part 2 of the Frauditor Iceberg Explained.
Alan Newcastle sits alone watching YouTube videos on his computer when suddenly he hears an all too familiar cry for help.
There is no expectation of privacy in public.
There's no need to fear. Hezokuai is here. As we make our way deeper into the nautical nightmarish depths, we come upon those who take it a step further, not being satisfied with challenging public officials and decide to do so with the general public. Often they'll choose to audit a private business that's in no way related to any government agency.
What's up, man? How you doing?
And here's the second one, guys. These
So we
two
got Cambacks over here.
are nothing but protesters.
He says we're nothing but protesters. I know my audio's not good on the live stream.
Please.
So we got a hater over here, guys. He's shaking his head at me. So
You are disturbing us, and we're asking you to leave, please.
I'm disturbing you, and you're asking me to leave, please? Is that what you said?
Yes, I'm asking you guys to leave, please.
You can't ask us to leave, sir.
Let's disengage, okay?
Yeah. So Brianna's doing a great job, guys. Told this guy to just disengage with us. So. So this guy's been following us around. I've noticed he was the one that was creeping over there.
Plus, I posted a YouTube video about that guy.
Oh, you were here for that?
Recording the other day.
You were here for that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm here every day.
Okay.
Just in case if guys like you come around.
Just in case guys like me come around?
Yeah.
He said he's here every day just in case guys like me come around, guys. That's what he said. And Brianna's doing a great job to de-escalate the situation before this guy gets put in a blender himself too.
Yeah, okay. Huh? Huh? No, why? Who are you to tell me to go somewhere else? Huh? But you're no one. I'm not gonna listen to you. Who are you? You're not my. You're funny, dude. You're no one. Who are you to tell me orders? You're not my girl or nothing, dude. Who are you? You're a joke, dude. Not even the police could tell me what to do. This guy's a joke.
All these moronic infants profess First Amendment protection by claiming to be journalists working on a story. Footage of some random brick walls and a few trucks, perhaps, is hardly any kind of story. Therefore, they must create one. Conflict sells, so intentionally creating a negative interaction is therefore necessary for becoming the story.
Do you walk up to everybody and ask them if they need help? Really? Total strangers, you walk up to them and ask everybody.
Got ice water?
Who's on your property? Who's on your property?
Nobody's on your property. Wrong. Don't.
Oh my God. Oh my God, really?
Stop wasting.
Oh my God, he's gonna call 911.
No crimes being
Jesus, man.
All I was asking was just because we got semis.
We don't need. We grown men. We grown men. Listen.
Don't call 911 for a non-emergency. You're wasting your community's resources.
Look, now he says.
No crime has
Now.
been committed.
Do what your man tells you to do.
You understand this is a public sidewalk, right?
Don't.
You get that, right? You get that? Are you smart enough to figure that out?
Evidently not.
You fuck off.
You fuck you.
Eat a bag of dicks and suck
Eat
a what?
Eat a.
Now what?
Eat a.
You shut the fuck up and go back inside.
Make us
motherfucker,
leave.
Bye.
Make us leave.
Bam.
Make us leave.
Bam. Bam. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Who the hell you think you are? Running your fucking yipper yapper. Shut up and go back inside, mother.
Them bald ones, man, their heads are fried from the sun.
Yeah.
Skinhead. Hair don't grow where the brain is dead. Skinhead.
Eat it and go back inside, man.
Eat a whole bag.
So keep you busy the rest of the afternoon.
Bye, Lord ass.
Worrying about what we're doing on a public sidewalk. Dummy. Dummy. Stop. Yeah, big dummy. Oh. Yeah.
You learned it.
Yeah.
He sounds like a cousin.
He does sound like a cousin.
You sound like, hey, you fucking your cousin. You sure sound like you do. You sure sound like that. Looking at you. Looking at you. Listen, he's a cousin.
He's married to his cousin.
He's a cousin for sure. The one behind him is probably his cousin. Is that Big Bubba behind you over there? Is that your cousin? Is that your cousin?
Which one's bottom?
As long as y'all don't look each other in the eye, y'all, it's not gay.
Look at this guy. So we'll just keep the camera on him for now. Okay, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Okay. So we got this guy right here who hates freedom, obviously. Tells us to respect the veterans, but he hates the fact that we have the First Amendment to
People don't like to have a camera shoved in their face, dude.
I'm not shoving any cameras in anyone's face.
What would you like to call it?
Oh, this guy.
No, you just did the same thing to me, dude.
We never went into your face,
What
bro.
would you just do?
So look how close this guy is to us now.
Who's close to who?
You're the one initiating the conflict,
Who's
sir.
close to who?
You walked right up to us.
You know, I do have some connections. So.
Yeah, go ahead. Call the FBI, man, if you want.
Dude, this is how you get off?
This is not me getting off, bro.
No, this is
Why
once you get a life, man.
Why don't you get a life, man? I'm an American. I'm a free American. I have a right to do
Well,
this.
then act like one.
I am acting like one. I'm exercising my First Amendment right. Look at this guy. He's going to get a thumbnail, man.
Come on, dude.
Look at this idiot. He's assaulting us.
Come on, bro.
Touch me, dude.
Go ahead.
Touch me.
Get out of my face, man.
Touch me. You don't intimidate me one bit.
You don't intimidate me either, man. You guys are encouraging
You
this.
slammed that door on my leg, dude.
You know, we don't need stress at this time.
This guy needs to chill out. He's the one acting violent. We're acting peaceful.
Plenty of people just said they don't think so.
Well, why don't you call your connections then?
One of the most frustrating methods in common use amongst frauditors is to draw police attention away from their duties in order to deal with the frauditor instead.
Sir, please don't stand behind us. Okay?
Do you have a reason to record?
Yeah, they
Do
know
you
what
have a
it is.
reason to record?
I don't need one.
I'm sorry, but do you need a reason to record? There's no reason for you to record. These cops are doing their job. There's absolutely no reason for you to record.
She's on
They're
your
pulling
side.
me over.
Yeah, they're trying to take you to
concerned.
jail.
Huh?
You should probably be quiet.
Okay. I understand you have the right to
Say
film.
whatever I
don't have a
want. Stay in
problem.
here. Shut the
Go
fuck
ahead.
up, dude.
Go ahead.
Shut
Step
your
back.
mouth.
You are
Shut your mouth.
interfering
I'm
with
not
our
interfering. That's a
investigation
physical
right
act.
now.
Interstander, who has
Did I
no
mess
You are
with your
interfering with our
evidence?
investigation
Did I
right
get in your
now.
way?
You are interfering
Call
with
your
our
supervisor.
investigation right
Call
now.
your supervisor.
I don't need to.
Yeah, you do. I just asked for your supervisor, and you need to identify yourself for
Part of
policy.
this?
No, who are you?
Code
Do
of
you
conduct number 73. What's your name and badge number? Hey, I want a supervisor here. I want a supervisor here. I don't give a fuck. I'm requesting a supervisor. Do you want a complaint for not identifying yourself? Hey, dumb shit. All three of you need to identify now. All three of you need to identify. Don't hey nothing. I'm on the sidewalk. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. I got laws in my pocket.
right here.
You want to see some laws? You want to see some laws? I got ARSs. Which laws do you want to see? There's all the ARSs right there, tough guy. Here's a constitution too. What am I doing wrong? Interfering's right here in the pile somewhere. You want to grab it? Yeah, I didn't think so, asshole.
Unfortunately, we have to deal with this.
Yeah, you do. Should have just shut the fuck up. Yeah, I need your name and your badge number. Name and badge number.
By inserting themselves into a situation that they know nothing about and have nothing at all to do with, they're making themselves the story. Just when you thought it was safe to go back into the water, frauditors make things much, much worse. A standard for all frauditors, when asked by a person to not film them, is to always insist on continuing to film. This goes way beyond the level of simply being excessively rude and into the realm of absolutely revolting behavior when the person who does not want to be filmed is in the midst of suffering some sort of mental health crisis or is under extreme duress.
What are you doing? Just filming, man. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm just filming.
You're making.
I'm just
You're
filming.
making him.
Okay. Okay. I'm just filming. I'm not instigating anybody. I'm just filming. Excuse me. It's okay. I'm just filming. That's all. Okay. All right, but what's your name and badge number, miss? 174 and your name? That's all. I'm just filming, sir. And I'm more than 20 feet away. It's okay.
I'm with you on that. I get it.
I'm not even here for him, bro. I'm here for the police.
I get it, but he's not fit. He just tried to fucking open off the bridge.
Oh, man.
That's what I'm saying. If you can put the
That's
phone
terrible.
there,
That's terrible.
it's him. You saw his reaction. We don't want him to get out and do something stupid again.
I got you.
It's okay.
I got you.
Remember, it's like nobody's here to bother you.
That's
I'm
all
not even part of them. I came to help him get off the bridge.
Wow, man.
So
you guys got him off the bridge?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. What's your name and badge number?
Miata 449.
Miata?
Miata.
Thank you for saving his life. And your name? Randall. Nice to meet you, man. I'm originally from Freeport. Nice to meet you, man.
We just don't like if someone's already having a bad day where we gotta take them off the bridge. You know, we don't need anything else instigating that, you know?
Hey. Can you stop like standing in front of my camera though? Are you standing in front of my camera on purpose though?
I just don't want him to see you.
That's right. He's facing that way though. He's facing that way. I'm just gonna.
we're not going to
I just don't want him to stand in my way. You guys can do whatever you want.
stand where you are, bud.
All right.
Crazy that people like that. Like that was one where I was eating at the diner the other day.
It's crazy that people exercise their rights to free press and record.
It's like a mental health episode.
It's not the rights part at all. It's not the rights part at all.
Like you
All right.
you saw how him seeing you induced the reaction, and now you're like trying to like.
Hey, that's obvious because he has mental issues, you know. But I'm not. I didn't want to cause that reaction.
But you are. But you've observed that like your actions did cause that, and now you're showing no remorse. You're prepared.
I can't. I'm just still exercising my rights to record in public. That's all.
You'd rather exercise your rights than care about someone else seeing what you're doing.
Yep. I'm just exercising my rights. That's all. This bootlicker right here keeps getting in my way, like standing right in front of my camera.
Know your rights and film the police. This is the intro from every SGV news video. So every video he makes says, know your rights and film the police. So how does he film the police? Well, by going to a church and filming random people. That's how.
How you guys doing? How you guys doing? You good? Well, get close, because now you can really see me. You guys good? Hey.
And as we approach the bottom of the iceberg, let's just have a nice, quick little sampling, compilation of a whole bunch of horrible, rotten, evil, nasty people doing horrible, rotten, evil, nasty things because they're just sweet, innocent, harmless journalists working on a story. So let's take a look, shall we?
Hey man, this is the crime scene.
What's that?
This is an active crime scene in a fence. You need to
Oh,
get
yeah?
out. Yeah, just keep moving.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You want to go to jail?
Get your light out of my
I
face.
just told you to get out of here. It's
I'm
an active
moving
crime
back.
scene.
Get out of my face.
Move out of here.
Move back.
Keep moving.
I'm moving.
Are you serious right now?
I'm serious.
I told you this is an active crime scene. You need to get out
I'm
of
moving.
here. Okay.
See me
Turn
moving?
around and walk away.
I'm moving.
Keep moving.
I'm gonna
Keep
call
moving.
I'm calling the police.
I am the police.
No, you're not.
Keep moving.
You're a dog. You're gonna go to
Let's
jail.
go.
You're
Get
gonna
out
go to jail.
of the fence.
What's your name, badge number?
My badge number is get out the fence.
Fuck
Like
your
I
mom.
told you, keep
Fuck
going.
your mom, dude.
Keep moving.
Fuck your mom.
Get out of here.
Fuck your mom.
Thank you.
What's your
Get on
name?
the sidewalk.
What's your name, badge number?
Keep moving.
Come out here.
Keep moving.
Come out here, bitch. I'm on public easement. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hey, fuck you, you fucking nigger. Fuck you, fucking nigger. I just called you a fucking nigger. What are you gonna do about it?
My wife like that. Hey.
Spray.
Why the fuck are you out here?
Spray.
Come on, dude. You need to step away.
Spray.
Yes, yes, yes. So, yep, that was the Frauditor Iceberg parts 1 and 2. Just in case you guys hadn't got a chance to see it. So that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for this morning. As you guys, I gave you guys a glimpse earlier. My boy's up, so I got to go take care of him and get our day started. Plus, he's got the TV on in the background. I don't want to accidentally catch any copyright stuff playing. Take one more. Tell my fans what you want to say to them.
Like and subscribe.
Cool.
And ring the bell so you won't miss any future videos.
All right. Well, at least we ended it on a cute and happy note with the boy. Like I said, I'm going to wrap it up there. And like I said, there's always a possibility that I'll pop up again, but I definitely will be back tomorrow morning. Thank you guys all for joining me. And as I always say at the end, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm all shook up.